Hats off to Florida Gulf Coast. They played extremely well. Stepped up, made timely plays. Other than our rebounding advantage, they probably outplayed us in every facet of the game. As a group, we haven't handled success as well as we need to going forward. But as we close the 2023 pre-conference schedule, we're pleased where we are overall. But what we've learned is that our highs are very high and our lows are relatively low. And so back to the drawing board as we head into league play.
I see how it's very similar to the Bryant game in that just how tough is it to play uphill the entire way, even though you guys made runs, they get to look 11, you guys come back, you tied a couple of times in the second half. We never could go over the mountain. Just how much energy does that take away from you?
This game felt a little bit different, that we were on the verge of extending some runs and we would drop the ball, we would lose it, just something would happen that would stop a run. Maybe it's a 3-on-1 break where we turned over and they hit a three going the other way. So the Bryant game, we never felt like we had any type of rhythm or we were able to string together consecutive possessions. I thought there was a stretch in the second half where we started playing really good basketball. And then we would have maybe an unfortunate error, which then steamrolled on us. It stopped our runs.
Free throws have to be a big part of this. You guys shot 53% on the night, 16 of 27. And games like this, those are always things to look back on and really lament. How much has that been an ongoing thing for you guys? Or is this just a one-off?
Not to this extent, but yeah, we haven't shot free throws nearly well enough to be championship caliber yet. But we didn't shoot the ball well from three. We didn't take care of the ball as well as we normally do. So, like I said, other than us rebounding, and I thought we did play desperate. We were trying to come up with some extra possessions late in the game. Other than the rebounding advantage, I don't think we played well. We're not going to win a lot of games on the road if we shoot 4 for 20 from three and as poorly as we did from the line. I think a few of them were front ends from one and ones as well. And then we give up almost 50% shooting, 45% from three. It's just not a recipe for success.
Does they really get into the paint quite a bit off the dribble? What were they doing? Why couldn't you? Just what wasn't working as far as they that?
We didn't look nearly as quick as we normally do. We felt like we were getting beat a lot on the first bounce. But credit to them. They were excited to play. They looked quick and they got to their spots and they jumped over several times. And it reminded me a lot of both of our other losses where we just had our inability to guard the basketball led to us overreacted in some other areas, but we've got to be able to contain the bounce much better than we did tonight and how we did against Bryant and Illinois both.
You talked about this coming into the year, that there were going to be bumps, there were going to be nights like this, there were going to be where you're going to get punched and you have to learn from it. Much as it hurts, you guys have bounced back. What shows that they have
Pretty self-aware, especially after losses or adversity. We all look in the mirror and figure out what can we do differently to help the situation. And then we go back to the drawing board and we figure out solutions to our problems. So when we've been beaten off the bounce like this, we've stressed our gaps and our activity a little bit more from the other four defenders. And for whatever reason tonight, we just didn't have the same level of urgency we need defensively to go on the road and beat a quality opponent.
Glad what is the takeaway for this game? I mean, it's not a very big arena, but it was packed, and you guys know how much opponents are going to enjoy playing a Final Four team. What was your takeaway from this?
They brought energy. We weren't as fast as we normally are. We didn't shoot balls. We just got to be better, and it's not something that. It starts from preparation, and I feel like we could do as a guys. We could be more focused than we were, and that's what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna be more focused and try to be as better as we can. But they play well, so can't say nothing about them.
You guys only get 2 off days, not off, but 2 full days to prepare for the start of conference play. How eager are you to get this one behind you, to get right back out?
Can't wait. Gotta do it tomorrow, and we're gonna do it hopefully better.
Dusty, you said that, you guys are not handling success well, and it wasn't long ago that you were in the position that Florida Gulf Coast is as far as building your program, and you got to that level. Has the Final Four appearance, has there been a little hangover from that for guys hanging on to that a little bit too much?
I don't think so. When you look at our metrics, when you look at our performance, for us to close our schedule with our record, I think a lot of people would have been pleased, especially the caliber opponents we've played and the number of battles we've been. We have to look at this as another great learning and growing opportunity, because in league play, we're going to have the court storms if we're not careful. We're going to have everyone's best emotional shot coming at us every single game. So we have to learn from this. And with our schedule, we knew not having a true road game until now, this was going to be different. We played so many neutral site games. We haven't played at home very often. We played so many neutral site games. And so we knew it was going to be difficult, but credit Florida Gulf Coast. They still had to make the plays to win. And then they obviously fed off the energy of the crowd and all the other stuff. But we've got to be more intentional with how difficult it's going to be every single game especially on the road.
Any Zoom questions?
Hey, coach.
Yeah.
11 missed free throws in a game where you lose by 4 is obviously a very significant factor in how things played out tonight. How important will it be to get those inconsistencies at the charity stripe sorted out before conference play begins?
Extremely important.
You addressed the free throws and you addressed the 3-point shooting. Yeah, it misses at the rim are kind of a part of basketball, but it seemed like you guys missed a disproportionate amount of shots at the rim as well, except for Vlad.
We did it in that regard. It felt a little bit like Bryant, where we were happy with our looks. I don't feel like we were able to convert a lot of our offensive rebounds for whatever reason. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go in, and that's why we have to defend better. We have to be quicker to the ball. We have to come up when we have the rebounds. We fumbled several of them, and they would find a layup, or we would drop it out of bounds, whatever the case. When you have nights where those things are happening, you have to shoot it better, or you have to make your free throws. It can't be all of them. I guess you lose all those areas at once in the same game and have a chance to win. And to be honest, it felt like late in the game, we were in position to steal a game that we probably didn't play nearly as well as we needed to. And they made plays down the stretch. Although Zach Anderson made 2 huge threes, and that was probably the difference in the game.